Good fine evening, Facebook. It is past 10 o'clock, so I'll be rather quiet on this video. But check this out. That is cool looking. Now the next step for this handle is to put the glue right there. I got the bone repainted with glow in the dark. And now I'm going to take and put a dab of glue right here on this knot, right there where it's tied. And that should, and by the time I get done podging the whole handle, which will be the next step after I trim the excess. There we go. Now, what do we have here? That's like untapered. There we go. Put that on my hand, you bastard. There we go. Yes. Now this thing's got a glow in the dark tip here. Set that down here. I like this one too. some extra polish on this one. I tell you what, though, Facebook, getting the leather wrapped around that bone was no easy task. But now I want to let the glue around that dry very, very nicely. exactly my point, dude. That's why I deleted a stupid comment. No. Wasn't paying too much attention to chat at the moment, but yeah, that's what I'd be up to, making them wounds. Dude, you realize there's going to be cops patrolling the concert in Colorado? So if they see a bunch of juggalos roll up on the scene trying to kick some goth ass, they're not going to let it happen, dude. Like, for one. And two, juggalos don't go to Ozzy concerts unless they're a fan of his music. Okay, you people are being stupid, trying to ignore the dumbass comments, and lo and behold. It's not even about that, George. Like, first of all, why are juggalos getting pissed off at goths? What the fuck did we do, dude? Like, it is beyond stupid if it is real. It's like, are you most of these people just conditioned to look for a reason to get pissed? You know what I'm saying? And that's the funny thing of it too, is I listen to some ICP. Like, I'm not gonna say I'm a fan, but I do listen to some of their music. So the whole concept of it is extremely stupid. What's up, Michael? How you doing? How's it going? He says, guess what? I'm like, what's up? No, but it's yeah, it's almost 11, so I'm not gonna be up too much longer. Hell yeah. Where you moving to? Arizona. Hell yeah. That's what's up. Well, shit. Did you end up moving down to Arizona and you want to stop and say hi to me on the way down there? Go right ahead, you know? Getting tired of North Dakota, are ya? Yeah. Gotta see the world, you know? I get that. Never eat a Carolina Reaper on an empty stomach. That's just. Oof. I made a video for YouTube eating a Carolina Reaper on camera. And the hell I went through, you know. So I did do a review of them for the fan who sent them. But if I were to throw them away with the bag closed, it'd be a different story. But, like, no one would blame me because I was in such pain. It was like, dude, what the fuck? Like, it wasn't hard to fight back tears, but at the same time, it was like, ow, this is uncomfortable. I'm a fan of spicy, yes, but Carolina Reapers, man, I can barely handle a Carolina Reaper, just barely. And if I wasn't as fresh off the, thing, but still, ouch, man. Eating the world's hottest pepper. Is my edit done? Hmm. There we go. The mail is because they gotta check your ID. Sometimes, because if people are sending you tobacco through the mail, they want to make sure that you're old enough to consume it. Of course, I'm 27 years old, so I think I'm more than old enough to consume tobacco. And that's what fucks with people. And they find out I'll eat one on camera. It's so tiny, but, so I'll look, as soon as I pull it out of the bag, I'm like, the fuck? Open it up, and I'm like, oh, fuck, I know what these are. Little black bag, just like that. Oh. Yeah, that's I tell you what, them peppers are mean. The Carolina Reapers are literally the hottest pepper on the planet. These motherfuckers over there in YouTube land. So right now, I have a wand in the vice clamp that's drying. Let's see, is it? I mean, it's dry enough that the paint's not coming off. Very nice, nice. It's a little late to be doing vocal covers, so I'm sure you'll understand, but I ate a bowl of cereal and pass out. I haven't eaten anything all day. You already know. I don't want to get podge all over my pipe if I can help it. But there's a lot of conveniences to smoking a pipe. You know what I'm saying? Tobacco's cheaper and, you know. If you're trying to cut down on the smell of tobacco indoors, the best way to do it right here. Literally no smell. The tobacco lasts longer. Yeah. There's something else in my stomach besides the fun. At least now when people see that video, they'll see that I wasn't fucking around. I ate the entire pepper and swallowed it whole without stopping. No milk, I'm just gonna eat it dry, like my sarcasm. Yeah, never, ever eat a Carolina Reaper on an empty stomach. That is so beyond stupid and so beyond painful, you don't even know. Probably not as painful as, not even as close as being as painful as childbirth, but I tell you what, it does hurt. And out of all the cereals I've tried in a long time, this is actually pretty good. This is definitely on my list of favorites. My stomach's like, what are you eating? You're not giving me another one of, oh, okay, I see what you're doing. Okay. Yeah. I have to eat just a little bit of cereal to settle my stomach because I was legitimately puking and shitting for several hours. On and off. Not very pleasant to talk about, but it's the fucking truth. So when I was camping earlier with some homies, having a couple of drinks, passing out in a chair in front of the campfire, underneath the stars. I will say it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it, for one. Especially when it comes to camping. It's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. Bring a BB gun to the plank, set up a couple of cans, and you know what I'm saying? I was never came it. My stomach's like, all right, I can get down with this. And this sugary goodness right here will settle my stomach very nicely. I will drink something here in a bit. Right now I'm macking out on some cereal. Carolina Reapers are nothing to fuck around with. Like, I love spicy, but Carolina Reapers are just stupid spicy. Oh. Yeah. So help with the Wait. Okay, never mind. For a second I thought I was smelling the inside of my cup, and I'm like, that better not be Carolina Reaper on the inside of that. No, that could just be from my sinuses, actually. Ooh. Now despite the fact that Carolina Reaper was stupid spicy, we actually had some good flavor. And my sinuses have never been this clear in my entire life, dude. Like, that's crazy. And the reason why a lot of people eat spicy food like that is for the feeling afterwards when everything's cooled down and, you know what I'm saying, you got this sort of alert feeling and your sinuses are cleared out 10 ways till Sunday. You know what I'm saying? I guarantee you, if you got a cold and you're stuffed up, eat one of those tiny ass Carolina Reapers and wash you down with like a bunch of ice cream. And then when you're all cooled off, hit yourself with a dose of that Vicks NyQuil and pass the fuck out. Wake up, smoke a menthol cigarette, take a hot steamy shower. I guarantee you, that cold will be gone like that. I can taste Carolina Reaper and stomach acid in the back of my throat. Which, that's doable, but it doesn't taste too good, I'll tell you that right now. Let's see how many views this bitch gets. I got the King Cobra eating a Carolina Reaper? No way. Yeah, dude. Hottest pepper on the planet. It already has like 10 likes and 1 dislike. Cool. What? Okay, hold on a second. I'll mute that. There we go. Wow, dude. Hate is gonna hate. There are a bunch of people disliking your video. Fuck them. Like, I don't know how the 5 meat videos getting so much hate, but people just want to hate, man. That's what they're good at. Where do tell is pizza. Barbecue bacon cheeseburger fries. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, that one's got 22 likes and 32 dislikes. Because they're looking at me like, who's this guy? Get some dehydrated Carolina Reaper flakes and mix them with bowl tobacco. Fuck that. That would mace your lungs. Fuck that. Yeah. Oh, that's not them. No, that's my toilet. It needs to be fixed. Stopper doesn't drain. Like, it needs to be replaced. I've been puking and pissing and pooping like crazy, so that Carolina Reaper really fucked my stomach up good. But I'll tell you what, people are gonna be seeing me eat that pepper on YouTube like, holy shit. Ew. Well, now I gotta be careful with the vocal covers on YouTube because I can get a copyright strike, and I don't want that. But yeah, at the moment, yeah, that's trying very nicely. Now, I want to try to put 18 wands in my next batch, minimum 16 to 18. I'll get 16 carved out and then go from there. But that's not going to happen until I get more. See, I was going to get more spray paint from Ace today, but I just had to eat a Carolina Reaper instead. Like, fuck, dude. That was a mean son of a bitch. I don't give a fuck what race you are. I really don't. If you're willing to rob, cheat, and steal somebody with a gun, then you're a lazy, yellow-bellied bastard. Because anybody can rob somebody with a gun. It takes a real man to work for his money. Like, it's just sad. And when people are using gun violence to hurt each other, it's kind of like, I'm a smoker. I smoke cigarettes, and I'm also an avid gun supporter. It's kind of like when I see parents who are smoking in the car, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a pet peeve of mine, but, and it's like, okay, then it just makes smokers look bad. And then you see people using guns to hurt other people and do stupid shit. I mean, we have a new school year upon us, and you know, what I'm saying. So hopefully, this summer break that we had gave people a chance to kind of just cool off, and enjoy themselves, So next time you go to think about pulling some stupid shit, ask yourself, how would it feel if you lost somebody you cared about in that kind of situation? Ask yourself, how would it feel if you lost one of your loved ones in a mass shooting? You'd feel horrified, wouldn't you? You'd be mortified, horrified, disgusted. You'd hate the world. You'd hate guns and all this other shit. So if it makes you feel that way, what gives you the right to do that to somebody else? My point exactly. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you have to be best friends with everybody you meet in high school or what have you, but at least have enough understanding to know that you're there to get an education. Because outside of high school, if you don't have a high school diploma, you're fucked. And you're making guns look bad, and you're stealing the futures away from so many hardworking, potentially awesome citizens of society. You know what I'm saying? I mean, these kids are our future, and it's so stupid, dude. Like, if you're a responsible gun owner and you want to own an AR-15, I get that. They're great for target shooting and plinking. You know what I'm saying? Which, when you think about it, there's a hunting rifle that shoots the exact same cartridge, but because it doesn't look like a big, scary military weapon, ooh, people see a double-barrel shotgun, they're just like, oh, that's an old Western type gun. There ain't nothing wrong with those. That's just good, clean Wyoming fun, But people see an AR-15 and it may shoot the same cartridge as some hunting rifles, but because it looks scary to the, you know what I'm saying? And it's not just liberals. There are plenty of people that don't like guns for various reasons, and I strongly believe you are entitled to your opinion. If I'm allowed to have my opinion on guns, you as well can have your opinion on guns. That's what makes, life so grand. Me personally, I'm just like, I think Glocks are overrated. I'm more of a 1911 fan. And there might be some people, well, you know, you say, you know what I'm saying? And this kind of shit exists for pretty much every situation in life. You're going to have the assholes who ruin it. You're going to have your divided opinions. And the people who think that they're right and you're wrong. And when all you're doing is arguing about it, it's not going to get anything done. Right? Why is it, Facebook, why is it that when somebody is texting and driving and they kill 20 people, they don't blame the cell phone for doing it, they blame the person who caused the accident? But in a mass shooting, they never really blame the shooter, they always blame the evil gun. Like, cell phones aren't used to kill people. Cell phones are used as tools of communication and making life easier and funner. You know what I'm saying? And to a degree, guns are no different in some aspects. They're used as tools, a way to entertain and provide food or hunt. You know what I'm saying? And double standards, man. That's exactly what it is. Because when you really stop and think about it, both guns and cell phones are inanimate objects. Therefore, it takes a human hand to operate. Much as this knife right here. If I were to pick, see, the knife isn't gonna. See, if I set it down, it's an inanimate object. It's not gonna move. I have to physically pick it up. You see what I'm saying? Cell phones and guns are no different. They're inanimate objects. You know what I'm saying? And the two things that cell phones and guns have in common, you got to be responsible with them. That's number one. Number two, they can be used for entertainment. And number three, they can make your life easier. You know? And just because the newest and fanciest cell phone comes out, you know. I've never been one to opt for the newest and bestest. You know what I'm saying? I always go for the oldest iPhone available because I don't really care. It's cheaper and, you know what I'm saying? I'm not about having the best of everything. You know what I'm saying? If it gets the job done, it gets the job done. You know what I'm saying? Indeed, if I got headphones that I could plug into the back of my computer, I'd be able to do vocal covers, whatever I wanted. I could sing them freely on YouTube without worrying about a copyright strike. But there is a bit of a challenge to playing the song with the band or singing the song with the band. You have to stay on pitch when you sing along with the band. Otherwise, if you don't, it's going to be heard. So it's more challenging to sing with the band than it is without the band. That way people can actually hear that you're on pitch and you can match the artist. That's why it's called a vocal matching. That's your opinion, Toby, but you're entitled to that. There are plenty of people who would disagree with you on that. The Second Amendment, you know. I know disrespect, but Wyoming is a very gun-friendly state. You're allowed to buy AR-15s in Wyoming, and you know what I'm saying? Wyoming is one of the few states that has the least amount of gun problems because you're allowed to openly carry. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason why Wyoming has the least amount of gun problems, because Wyoming is a gun-friendly state that allows you to openly carry if done correctly. Now, I'm sure there's some people who would disagree with me on this. Well, there's other states and such states where blah, 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 blah. Okay, what it all comes down to is you're a gun owner. You have your own individual gun. Be responsible with it. It doesn't matter what the gun is. You could have an AK-47 or a fucking AR-15. It don't matter. You could have a fucking 44 pistol. It don't fucking matter. A gun's a gun, period. And the way I look at it, if you're not being responsible with your guns, then you shouldn't own one. I mean, case in point, I keep my shotgun empty unless I have to use it. That's just gun safety 101. That's beside the point, Toby. And it's also one of the least populated states in the United States. No, I don't think, and that's just this exactly, that's actually a good point. Which means it doesn't matter whether the state's the least amount populated or not. Because I guarantee you, and here's what I want to say, that guns are not the problem, people are the problem. You're going to sit there and say guns kill people, but people kill people. And the reason why I say that is because people are the ones who invented guns in the first place. So you want to sit there and blame guns and pornography for society's problems, then you're not taking responsibility for your own actions. Instead, you are just creating what is known as a scapegoat, a convenient excuse, if you will. And these scapegoats don't do you any favors, bud. Quite often they make certain things look bad. Yeah. See, and that's just the thing of it. For the sake of an intellectual conversation, Mr. Toby, yes, Wyoming has the lowest population and like one of the lowest population in the country. That's why it's so desolate, and you know, which is nice because I mean, that's one thing I like about Wyoming. It's not overly populated. You know what I'm saying? It's got a healthy sum of people in it, but it's not like you know, crowded and shit. And because it's not as populated, land out here is super cheap. I mean, could you imagine if I had 20 acres for my dream house? Ooh-wee. And the whole edge of it was fenced off. And there's only one way in and one way out, which would be the security gate at the front. And have the place replanted with maples, pine trees, and willows. It created a spooky forest around my dream house. And I'd have a clearing a couple feet, like a couple acres or so behind my house where I could set up some steel targets, and I'd be doing shooting videos for YouTube. You can't tell me that wouldn't be sick. Every shooting video you start off with, oh hey look, there's the clock tower. What up, you crazy fuckers? Today out here on Cobra's Cathedral right here, popping off a couple of rounds on the course here. Got some steel targets set up. This is what we're shooting. Blah blah blah. Yeah. Exactly my point. A true frontier state, indeed. And because land out here is super cheap, that's exactly the reason why I would build my dream house 4 miles outside of town on 20 acres of land. It would be just fucking awesome. And the clock tower I built for my dream house would attract some tourism to the state because people would drive by it, you know. There'd be a clearing just big enough so that you could see the clock tower poking through the trees when you drive by it. But then you get up to it up close and it's like, whoa, dude. I guarantee if I took a picture of my dream house and posted it to Facebook, you'd recognize whose house it is. You'd be like, gee, I wonder who's, you know what I'm saying? Especially if the house is painted black and the top of the roof around the sides of it a rich hunter green. That'd be sick. But good things take time to develop. And yeah, I'll leave y'all with it. Y'all have a wonderful evening.